It is round 2 of the NBA playoffs. The intensity just kicked up a notch for game 2. Welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for the Jazz, with a loss in game 1, they surrendered home court advantage in the series. Tonight, a crucial game for them as they seek to remain in contention. And after coming up short in game 1, home court advantage right out the window. Oh, is the window here? It's out this window. We look at this game tonight. Is this game do or die for them, Big Fella?
Losing the first 2 at home would be an embarrassment. Dropping this game could effectively end their season, have us pulling up those big fishing poles, going fishing.
Yes, indeed. Very few teams, Ernie, have come back from losing their first 2 games at home. There has been some teams that have done it.
Those are very special units.
I was on this team.
I know you
30 years ago.
I'm just saying it's
Stop bragging on yourself.
All right, it's hard to do it, Ernie. That's all I'm saying.
That's all we were looking for. Let's get to courtside because that's where they're going to play the game.
Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals. The Utah Jazz, fighting for their first win of the series, will try to even the score at 1-1 as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
We've got a capacity crowd inside Vivint Smart Home Arena here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. On tap tonight, NBA playoff action continues. It's game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. You look at Utah. Tough loss for them in game 1. We'll see if they can rally back in front of their hometown crowd to tie the series.
And this virtually becomes a must-win after that loss in game 1. You almost never see a team drop the first 2 at home and go on to win a playoff series.
Yeah, they'll be reeling if this one gets away from them, having to hit the road down zip to 2. But if they right the ship here today, it'll still be anybody's series.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, the 2 number 1 picks, Wiggins and Towns, are the forward positions. Bradley Beal is out there with Rozier, and it's Valanciunas in at the center, locking down the middle. Now Beal following the 3-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. And Valanciunas kicks to Beal. Wiggins against Engel. To Beal. Shot clock at 5. From downtown, Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
And scoring the ball comes easily and naturally to him. He's a versatile player at the offensive end.
Rozier the pass to Towns. Wiggins kicks to Rozier. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Towns to the right side. Outside, Beal. 4 on the clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Basket counts.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now, here's Rubio. Ingles kicks to Rubio. Minnesota with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Rozier the pass to Wiggins. Valanciunas against Adams. Pass to Towns. Over Gobert. No up that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Rubio finds Gobert. On the wing, Mitchell. He's covered by Beal. And it's Mitchell missing.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. Looked like he forced the shot.
To the inside. Here's Ingles, and the rejection by Towns. Outside, Beal. Outside, Towns. Outside, Beal. Rozier for 3. A shot off that time. The Jazz go the other way with it.
They're cold so far, only 1 for 5 to begin this one.
Knocks it loose. Rozier with the steal. Higgins outside. Pass to Valanciunas. The pass to Towns. Over Gobert. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper.
The inside-outside game of Towns very solid. Not many big men can match him in that department.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. 5th on the list, Donovan Mitchell.
And he's taken off on a tremendous scoring streak at the perfect time. I mean, obviously, he's established himself as a premier playoff performer.
Now, here's Ingles. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Rubio against Wiggins. Clock at 6. Can they get it? And the jumper is on the mark.
Nice shot there, Kevin. I mean, Rubio in 2009, the 5th pick in the draft, 2 slots ahead of Steph Curry. Drafted more art than science.
Here's Beal. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Mitchell against Beal. And Valanciunas now atop the key. 5 on the clock. Rozier for 3. Utah with the rebound. Come into this one after losing on Sunday.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
For sure. Agree with you there. They just didn't have it. Seemed like they were a step behind and out of sync.
Was shot missing. Wiggins surveying the floor. And Valanciunas kicks to Rozier. Beal from long range. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Beal's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Adams. The dish to Mitchell. No good on the 3.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Now here's Wiggins. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Right wing. Baseline try. And again it's Minnesota.
What can you do when Towns is knocking these shots down? A big man with a dynamite killer jumper.
To the middle. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota. Rufus checked in for Utah. Waiters comes in for Joe Ingles. Here's Here's Towns. Okogie, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the night. First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
To the inside. There's the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Beal's running. Outside, Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Jazz trail by 5. Rubio taking his time here. Kicks it to Koufos. Mitchell left side. True on the 14-footer. Mitchell's got his second bucket tonight.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Yeah, I like the quick release, Greg. He does a nice job getting it up quickly, especially when he's facing a bigger defender.
Now here's Towns over Gobert. And he can't bank that one in. Here's Rubio. Off target at the rim.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Towns against Gobert. Six to shoot. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 6.
Well, you got to do better to root Towns out of there. I mean, he's a really polished scorer inside.
And Rubio kicks to Koufos. Back to Rubio. To the inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Attacking the defense with the pass there, Kevin. Rubio, with great vision. Then no hesitation on the delivery.
Now here's Jones. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Paige Diop, the pass to Jones. Left side, Towns. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Now that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Got a piece of it, stolen by Waiters. A finish, and Waiters with the step.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Out to the wing. Outside, Towns. Over Gobert. Towns with the bucket. 8 points for him.
You know, when you got the touch and length that Towns has, you're able to knock these shots down over pretty decent defense.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Koufos. O'Neal comes in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Now, here's Ingles. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul. So it's Utah now. They trail by 1. Ingles kicks to O'Neal. Lock at 6. Waiters surveying the D. A putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
That's to Valanciunas. Outside, Jones. That's to Wiggins. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Waiters, here we go. And the shot is long. So Rozier will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Passes it to Bates-Diop. Drains the three-pointer. Bates-Diop's got his first 3 points of the game. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's Exum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Ingles kicks to Exum. Here's Waiters. And it's Waiters again missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And David Aldridge spoke with Quinn Snyder. David?
I asked him how they're going to respond after giving away home court advantage in game 1. The coach said, hey, that was the last game. That's in the past. We're focused on the present and simply executing to the best of our abilities tonight. But he did admit, Kevin, that another loss here would paint a very grim picture going forward. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Wiggins after Dante Exum's bucket. Now, here's Valanciunas. And Jones has it in the corner. Here's Bates-Diop, guarded by O'Neal. Money from the wing. Bates-Diop's got 5 now.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Exum finds Adams. Nice ball movement by Utah. Ingles against Wiggins. Here's Ingles. This one for 3. And Rozier pulls it down. Wiggins passes to Jones. The shot, no good. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day and never take no days for granted.
His coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop and the opposing team scoring.
So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Jones. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Bates-Diop in at the 4. The second effort, unable to get that one. And Utah the other way now. And the pass to O'Neal, and the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. wing, Engel. Covered by Wiggins. O'Neal kicks to Waiters. Just 5 on the clock. And Valanciunas pulls it down.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Now here's Wiggins. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Jones has it in the corner. Over Exum. No good off the back of the rim. Utah trailing here. Inside. O'Neal passes to Adams. He kicks to Waiters. Adams finds Exum. On the wing, Engel. Pass to Adams. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Waiters. He nails it. And we're timed up. Waiters got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Utah. For Minnesota, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Jones, the pass to Valanciunas. Wiggins against Engel. And it's Wiggins missing. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Waiters dishes to O'Neal. Kicks it to Ingles. Now, here is O'Neal. He's guarded closer. Now, Exum to the paint. Here's Adams in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Pass to Valanciunas. And here's Wiggins. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. No good from Valanciunas.
Good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Jones looking for an opening. Back to Valanciunas. Wiggins inside the line. Another miss by Minnesota. Jazz have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Shoots from the baseline. The Timberwolves again can't hit. O'Neal with it. Jones covering. O'Neal kicks to Ingles. Pass to Adams. Exum dishes to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. Kept alive. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 8 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Kufis checked in for Adams. Rudy Gobert comes in for Royce O'Neal. Mitchell, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dante Exum. Timberwolves also changing it up. Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Bradley Beal comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Rozier in for Tyus Jones. Here's Rozier after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Towns, the pass to Bates Diop to halt the run, and the layup is up and in. 7 points in the game.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul. Rubio outside. Mitchell kicks to Koufos. Shot clock at 6. Rubio outside. Here's Gobert. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
The first free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's Minnesota with it. 6-point game. Beal, the pass to Rozier. He kicks it to Towns. And the pass to Bates Diop. Rebound, Utah.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now, here's Rubio. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Back to Waiters. Looking to get it going. Rubio outside. Another miss by Utah. Here's Minnesota. It's tipped. Pass to Rozier. Kicks it to Towns. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now here's Waiters. And there's the call on Karl-Anthony Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Koufos kicks to Waiters.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now, here's Rubio. Down low. Lays it up and banks it in. Rubio's got the lead up to 6 now for the Jazz.
This is what Rubio gives you. Effort combined with skill. Able to finish through contact.
To the middle. Here's Towns. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Now, here's Rubio. He has 6. Koufos. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Utah, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Now, here's Rozier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Towns, the pass debates Dion. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
Towns kicks to Rozier. Back to Towns. Just 4 to shoot. The kick out to Rozier. A different look for Utah. Adams comes in for Koufos, and it's Joe Ingles in for Dion Waiters. Rubio with it. He's got 6. Now, here's Ingles. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Here's Rubio. Clock at 4. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Rubio's got 7 now in this quarter. Timberwolves trail by 11. Rozier kicks to Beal. Minnesota calls timeout.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Let's take a look at the players who have pulled down the most rebounds during this postseason. Karl-Anthony Towns, 4th.
He's dialed up his rebounding here in the postseason. There's something about the big games that bring out the best in him.
Wiggins finds Beal. Now Rozier. Outside Beal. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Towns. Over Gobert. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now, here's Mitchell. After the miss from Karl-Anthony Towns. Shoots over Beal. And it's Mitchell missing. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Minnesota. They trail by 11. Wiggins passes to Rozier. And Valanciunas kicks to Wiggins. Another miss by Minnesota.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
Pass to Gobert. Now, here's Ingles. Defended by Towns. The Jazz working the ball around now. Back to Rubio. Over Rozier. That one wide left. Timberwolves trail by 11. To end the cold streak. It's good from long range. Rozier's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, you know, the willingness from Towns to share the ball, just another reason why his guys love playing with him.
Rozier against Rubio. He kicks to Mitchell. Launches a 3. Karl-Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The pass to Valanciunas. Now, here's Rozier. In the corner, it's Wiggins. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 5 assists in the game. Utah leading by 5. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Mitchell dishes to Ingles. Bobbed up there for Mitchell. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Here's Wiggins following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Comes down low, defended by Gobert, and the shot goes in. And 12 points for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Hey, I tell you what, I've got a 39-inch shirt sleeve. Karl Anthony Towns has to be north of 40, and with that reach, you can see why he snatches up those rebounds.
Now, here's Mitchell. 8 points for him. Ingles in the corner. Over Wiggins. Off target on the 15-footer. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Jazz lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
Pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
So 1 half completed in this round 2 conference semifinal game. Ernie Johnson with Shaq and Kenny the Jet will be breaking down all the action. Well, for Utah, they've battled hard, not letting their loss in Game 1 affect their performance tonight. But the second half is going to tell the tale of whether they go into Game 3 desperate for a win or with momentum on their side and a 1-1 series tie. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set to continue our broadcast of the Western Conference semifinals. And so it's Utah here with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Mitchell and Ingles are out in the wings. Gobert is out there with Adams, and it's Rubio in at the point guard position. That's the group right now for Utah. Now, here's Rubio. He dishes it to Adams. 5 to shoot. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves trail by 5. And Beal kicks to Valanciunas. Pass to Rozier. Pass to Beal. Five to shoot. They get it back. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in the game. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
For Utah, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Free throw dropped for Mitchell. And Mitchell drops them both. Here's Beal. Passes it to Rozier. Kicks it to Valanciunas. The pass to Towns. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. And now the fast break. Rubio with the ball.
Yeah, when Rubio's in there, he's looking to do one thing on the offensive end. He's kind of an Allen range. He wants to simply facilitate.
Timberwolves passing it around. Beal from long range. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 6th assist on the night.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more off the screen in that situation.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from him.
Towns. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Minnesota with the ball after the basket by Utah. Poked away. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell at the dunk.
And he just doubles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Now here's Wiggins. Pass to Rozier. Wiggins outside. He kicks to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. Towns has got 14.
You know, defensively, there's not a lot you can do in that situation. I mean, Towns is just so big and strong and long. Really hard to stop him in the paint.
And there it is for him. Rubio's got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now, here's Valanciunas. Dishes it to Towns. And here comes the break. Here's Mitchell. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
Mitchell against Beal. From 12 feet out, and the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Karl-Anthony Towns. Jazz have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Ingles against Wiggins. Rubio outside. Back to Ingles. 4 on the shot clock. Over Wiggins. And the basket by Ingles. And the Jazz lead by 12.
So, you know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Rozier kicks to Valanciunas. Pass to Towns. Wiggins outside. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Wiggins against Ingles. Adams, the bounce pass. Mitchell against Beal. That shot is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Ingles finds Gobert. Higgins against Ingles. Kick out to Adams. On the wing, Mitchell. Over Valanciunas. Rubio outside. Back to Adams. Moves back up. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Utah.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
The throw good, Adams. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Kufis checked in for Rudy Gobert. O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. Dion Waiters checked in for Mitchell. And it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. And so Adams nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. And that's taking care of business, fellas.
Now here's Beal. He's got 6. Just 5 on the clock. Bates-Diop, the pass to Jones. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Towns after Dante Exum's miss. Passes it to Beal. To end the drought. Good on the triple. Beal's got 6 in the quarter.
No excuse for that kind of defense. I'm positive they're upset about that.
Exum kicks to Kufis. Now, here is O'Neal. Tight defense on him. Over to the left wing. Here's Adams. Who's back up. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. The pass to Bates-Diop. Here's Beal. Trying to find Towns. Hits it to him. Shoots over Adams. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And Towns throws it down.
And this is Karl-Anthony Towns at his very best. When he's got it going like this, he keeps it going.
Exum finds Adams. Nice ball movement by Utah. Now, here's O'Neal. Defense is right there. And the rejection by Towns. To the paint. Here's Beal. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Beal's got 11 points.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants, and then gets his shot off in time.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Bates-Diop, the pass to Beal. Kicks it to Jones. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Jazz leading by 6. And the Jazz call time here. A different look for Utah. Gobert, he's checked in for Kufis. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Steven Adams. Utah with the ball. Exum kicks to Mitchell. Baseline J on the way. Great positioning on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Stolen by O'Neal. Mitchell outside. Pass to O'Neal. And here's Exum. O'Neal inside. Here's Gobert. The second effort, and the layup is good. Gobert has got 4 points this quarter.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on, you got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the board.
Inside, it's deflected. Stolen by Exum. Back to Waiters. He kicks it to Gobert. Pass to Mitchell. Poked loose.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. You can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Here's Beal. Here's Towns. High quality look, and he sinks it. Towns has got 20 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now, here's Mitchell. 16 points for him. Waiters outside. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown. Rebound, Minnesota. It's Beal on the wing. 11 points in the game. Over Mitchell. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Yeah, he's costing him right now, sabotaging him a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
Mitchell outside. To the paint. Passes to Gobert. Shoots the three. Buries the long-range jumper. 19 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Leads Diop, the pass to Towns. Gobert with the block. Okogie, defended by Gobert. Feeds it to Jones. Three-pointer. Cans it from downtown. Jones has got 6 here in this quarter.
They've cashed in on a lot of second-chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Exum kicks to O'Neal. The feed to Gobert. Over Towns. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves trail by 8. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jones, he has 6. Back to Towns. Over Gobert. Towns, no luck. Got it off in time. You can't get that one. And so it's Utah holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And welcome back as we continue our Cinco de Mayo broadcast. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Higgins is out there with Jones. And it's Bates Diop in at the power forward.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Waiters dishes to O'Neal. To Waiters. Banked in off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 8.
second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy two. Very, very well done.
It's Jones on the way. He's guarded by Waiter. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They've led by as many as 14 points. Offensive rebound. Kicks it to Waiters. No good on the triple.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Count that bucket.
Yeah, high percentage look there, Kevin. I mean, Wiggins reads the defense and then basically just takes what he's given there.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Koufos the pass to O'Neal. Back to Koufos. Waiters inside the three-point line. Misses off the right iron. Timberwolves trail by 6. The pass to Bates Diop. Waiters against Wiggins. Now here's Jones. He's guarded closely. And chance shot. And Valanciunas with the layup. Now just a 4-point Utah lead.
And really at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds from putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions, when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play. And you know my motto, persistence pays dividends.
Here's O'Neal after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Timberwolves trail by 4. To the middle. Stolen by Exum. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Back to Koufos. And Adams kicks to O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. Here's Exum. Drills it from outside. And the Jazz lead by 7. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to Valanciunas. Wiggins against O'Neal. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Right side Jones. 5 on the clock. Bates Diop misses.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now, here's Exum. Here's Adams. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. And now it's a 9-point Jazz lead. So it's the Timberwolves lead. It belongs to 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's Wiggins. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Using those long gazelle-like strides, Wiggins beats everybody to the punch. They have to foul him to stop him.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And you know, it's amazing when you look back at the Andrew Wiggins, Kevin Love trade. Safe to say now that I think both teams really got what they wanted out of it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Gobert, he's checked in for Adams. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Dion Waiters. And Ricky Rubio's subbed in for Exum. And both free throws good for Wiggins. And here's Rubio. Kicks it to Koufos. Mitchell outside. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. And again it's Utah. Rozier with the ball. Valanciunas with the ball. Koufos is there. Valanciunas passes to Bates Diop. Shot clock at 5. For Gobert. Change shot and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Now, here's Rubio. Pass to Koufos. Trying to find Rubio. He's got it now. And the rejection by Towns. Koufos kicks to Mitchell. 4 on the clock. Passes it to Gobert. Here's Koufos. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Ingles dishes to Mitchell. Now the pass to Gobert. Now Ingles. Back to Rubio. Another miss by Utah.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
To the left side wing. A 3. Rebound, Utah. Gobert. Beal against Mitchell. Rubio. The shot, no good. Towns with the defensive effort. Down low. Here's Rozier. Koufos with the block. Here's Ingles. Makes it off the glass. Mitchell's got 21.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint.
Outside, Towns. Here's Bates Diop. No good from outside.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
Pass to Koufos. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. Back to Rubio. That one doesn't go.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now. And with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
I think this is one of the great strengths in Towns' game. Very reliable shooter from the foul line. Forces the defense not to be too anxious to send him to the strike.
And Towns drops them both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Now, here's Mitchell. On the wing, Engel. A 3 off the mark.
And, you know, Kevin, that's what they want. An uncontested look from the perimeter. Sadly, they came up short on that possession.
The Timberwolves working the ball around. Pitch to Towns. Pass to Rozier. Okogie. Engel's covering. Over to the left wing. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
A tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Rufus, and he finishes nicely on the way.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here's Towns after the basket by Utah. Here's Bates Diop, and that one goes off.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's going wrong with him this quarter. He's really falling off.
Rubio against Rozier. Passes to Bates Diop. Okogie, Engel's covering. Launches it. Headshot off. And it's Utah the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Rubio. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And the pass to Rozier. Towns with it. Over Gobert. It's good, and the Jazz is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, I think he's been a steady, reliable option so far, but it's not enough. They need him to take charge, be more assertive on the offensive end.
Utah calls timeout. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steven Adams.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And Greg, to play like he has under the most intense circumstances here in the playoffs makes it all the more remarkable. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there. Use the clock and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the play.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
And those rebounds lead the team. I mean, he's been the tone setter for him today in terms of work ethic and glass eating.
To the inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Adams' shot is good.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Now, here's Rubio. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns, and the rejection by Valanciunas. They get it back, and Adams with the slam.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move that was, Gary. You just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You got to have a body on him at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump.
Now Rubio. To the paint. Shot from the low block. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Two shots.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Can't make the second free throw either. Listen both. Timberwolves trail by 10. Pass to Towns. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Jazz leading by 10.
And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in game 2 for Utah.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Steven Adams.
I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 10. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
Well, Greg, this one's clearly over. This is done. But hopefully they can find some momentum to carry into the next game.
32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Beal's shot is good.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
And here is Adams after the three-pointer from Bradley Beal.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Inside, the kick out to Towns. Hands the three.
Absolutely amazing, Kevin. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love him. Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And, you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. And scouts were right about his ability to manage the game. I'll tell you what, that's a clutch moment for him right there, delivering at a big time in this game.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're trailing by 6. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
Well, Greg, this one's clearly over. This is done. But hopefully they can find some momentum to carry into the next game.
Wiggins from outside. It's off. And so it's Utah with the win. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they had to have.
And I don't think it's overstating it. I agree with you. I mean, going down 2-0 would have given this team a huge hill to climb. But now at 1 game apiece and with some momentum, this is anybody's series.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum, Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
I think it's just staying in the defensive end. Sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it. And it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.